Welcome to my English classroom. Please hit the subscribe button over here to be a part of notification squad, and don't forget to hit the bell button so that you can get the video in your notification as soon as it is uploaded. Hello everybody, welcome to my English classroom. Today we are going to begin a new novel, Lord of the Flies, written by William Golding. This novel has been given Nobel Prize in 1954. Guys, don't forget to subscribe this channel. So let's start this beautiful novel on which is a debate on civilization and savagery. So let's get into my English classroom. Lord of the Flies. Today's chapter will be Lord of the Flies. A beautiful novel. A novel which presents, the idea of human civilization and how it got, how human civilization came to existence. Because we all are the product of savagery. We all are the products of barbaricism. We all are the product of such kind of life which we have lived in our past, in our absolute past. And this particular novel is it's a Oscar winner novel. It's a beautiful novel. And not Oscar, Nobel winner novel. It's a Nobel winner novel. Nobel Prize was given for this novel to William Golding. Right? And it's a beautiful novel. Why it's beautiful? Because Golding gets human being, he rewinds human being to the very initial stage. Today we are very civilized, today we are very, modern. Right, and he puts on the rewind button and he takes us to the absolute beginning of our life, how life began. Right, how life began. And this novel is going to tell a story of how life started. Another important point is that there are two agents in this novel. There are two important agents in this novel. One, on one end, it is savagery. On the other end, it's civilization. And he is trying to prove that how civilization, how evil thing attracts. How evil thing attracts us. And how a civilized human being, because of their inborn trait of barbaricism, goes to the savagery, connects to the savagery, world of savagery. We are all born, right? And we are born in a most equal way. We don't know language is developed later on. We don't know anything. Dress codes, everything is developed because of the presence of society, isn't it? Language, whatever language we are speaking, Hindi, Urdu, Bengali, English, whatever language we are speaking, we have not grabbed those language from our mother's womb, but rather we catches those language in the presence of society. Right. That means by birth we have been given a trait, and that trait is everyone is equal and everyone is savage. Everyone is barbaric. Why I'm saying is that because if you see the child of 9 months, 10 months, 12 months, 2 years crop, you will find that particular child is not civilized. He is barbaric. He don't know the codes and conducts of society. He is savage. That means human being is born with these traits. And that is why these traits connects us, attracts us, and we are generally lured towards these jungly kind of a stuff. Right? And the whole novel will go into talk about this. And the greatness of this novel increases on the fact that the two agents of this novel, that is savagery and civilization, is been presented by children himself and not by any adult society, not by any grown-ups, but rather children of 12 years old, 13 years old, 7 years old. I mean, the range is from 16 to 13, perhaps. Getting my point? So, this particular novel will be a debate against the natural instinct versus the acquired instinct. Now, this is important. Natural instinct versus acquired instinct. You have seen the story of Mowgli. He was born and thrown into jungle. His natural instinct made him to survive in his jungle. Right? And when he comes to the city, it was his training. Then his training began. And then he slowly and steadily captured or grabbed those unnatural instincts, what you call world, the modern world. So let's get into the story. Now, the first thing is that the two characters have been introduced. One is blonde, that is Ralph. You know what is a blonde? Who has a golden or a white hair. Right? And there is another boy, a chubby one, who introduces himself as Piggy. Okay. Now the story is that the English boys were shot down on the ocean. English boys are shot down on the ocean. Actually, there is a war which is going on, and there was a plane which was taking these English boys from a war zone to some secure place, and they were being shot down, and these all boys fell into this island. Okay? And they were unable to find the pallet itself. Okay? Now they discovered they didn't find these two boys are together, Piggy and Ralph is together, and they cannot find other boys. Now they identify, they found a pink colored, conch shell. Conch shell is a kind of seep. You know what is a seep? समंदर के किनारे you used to find, है ना? Seep, मोती जिसमें होती है ना? So that they found. It was a large one, it's a huge one. So they blow the corn. Now this is pink. Now this is my interpretation. This is pink, and pink is suggestive of feminine gender. And what this conch shell is presenting over here is that this is a symbol of collecting people. Matlab, those who have this conch shell with him is having a power with him. शंख जिसको बोलते हैं ना, शंख बजा दिया, सब आ गए, एक जगह इकट्ठा हो गए, है ना? ऐलान हो गया, सब एक जगह इकट्ठा हो गए. ठीक है? तो he's trying to say that in the real world, it is the women who is the symbol of power. Behind every successful man there is a woman. Behind every leader there is a conch shell. Right? So this boy rather, he blows this conch shell in order to make those children aware or listen to the sound so that they could collect to this particular beach, so that Ralph could come across कि कितने लोग जिंदा हैं and how many are dead and gone. ठीक है? Now this particular conch shell was realized by piggy, that it can be used as a trumpet. Piggy over here Ralph represents civilized society. Piggy represents more modern, more realistic, more scientific, more pragmatic aspect of a society. Okay? As they hear the blast of sound from the shell, the boy starts to flood in towards the bees. Okay? There was a group of boys, Squire, I have just told you last class, who sings a song in the religious gatherings and all. Okay? Okay? The oldest of them are around 12 and the youngest among them are around 6. Okay? And there was a group of boys who were dressed in a black gown. They were known as choir, and they were been led by an elder boy named Jack. Okay? They marched to the beach in a 2 parallel line. Just see and remember these lines, because this will be contrasted in the subsequent chapters, especially from chapter 6 onward. Right? They march to the beach. They show all symbols, all signs of civilization. They are marching in line. They are not savage right now. Right? Now, and Jack snaps at them that stand attention. And everybody stood. No savagery. All civilized. They know the conduct. Okay? Now, after the boys are collected together in a particular place, now they decide that they should elect a leader. And Sam and Jack stood for the election. Okay? And Ralph wins the election. And you can feel and see the defeat on Jack's face. It was all clear. He was pale. His face was absolutely pale. He was annoyed, disturbed. And to placate Jack, placate means chalo tum ye haar gaye to ye le lo, kind of a stuff, है ना? To placate Jack, है ना? Ralph asks the squire to serve as a hunter, and Jack will be the leader of this hunter committee or hunter group. Because they are present over there, they need something to eat, and there has to be someone who should go and get some food, hunt some food. Okay? Now after that, what happened? And he says that even Simon will also help Jack. Now Simon is a representative of pure goodness, natural goodness. Now there are 2 types of goodness. A goodness that we acquire from the society, and a goodness which we are built in. Mummy said, you should not do this, so that I'm not doing it. Father said, you should not do it, I'm not doing it. These are acquired goodness. And your heart says, oh my God, whatever my mama was saying, it was quite wrong. I should do this. And if it is positive and if it is nice and good, that is called natural goodness. Something which comes from inside and not from outside. Okay? Now all these explorers, that is Simon, Jack and the group of squire, they left and they went to explore the island and possibility of hunt. Okay? Now the prospect of exploring the island makes this boy absolutely excited. And because of this, they found a bond between them. And we belong to this group. Wow, we're gonna go here, we're gonna go there, we're gonna play with this, that. Whole jungle is ours. And out of this joy, they are playing in the jungle. They are playing, and they play whatever game they are playing. It is very civilized. It is very coordinated, and there is no uncoordinated savagery kind of a game is happened. Okay. There was at the end of the jungle there was a steep hill, small hill, and the boy climbed those hill, and they saw the island, and they can see the whole island can be seen from this particular hill. Okay. And they can witness that they are on such an island where there is no sign of civilization. They cannot find any single human being. No sign of civilization. And when they were traveling back to the beach, they found a wild pig which has been strangled in a bushes, and Jack wanted to kill it for food purpose, but he was not able to kill it. He cannot gather the confidence to kill the pig, and by the time he was able to gather, the pig rushes away. And Jack vows that next time I'm not going to leave this pig. Next time it will be my time and not high time. So over here chapter 1 ends. Okay. Now this particular setup of Golding, this particular setup of Lord of the Flies, okay, is designed to emphasize the moral values of the society. The struggle between the ordering elements of the society, between morality, goodness and badness, and savagery. Okay. There are two things. One is the golden morality. On the other hand, Golding's chaotic animal instinct. Those two things are going to be talked together in this novel. Those two things are going to be clashed together on this novel. Take care. Now, in the very first chapter, Golding establishes the parameters. When the leader has been elected, and when the leader is said that you have to do this, you have to do that, you people have to do this, you people have to do that, that means setting up the parameters that, well, the island has been divided into various institutions. You are responsible for this, you are responsible for that. Right? So let's get into chapter number 2. Now, one thing more. One thing very important that I need to tell you before getting into chapter number 2, that in chapter 1, the boys are all baffled that how they are going to act in the absence of adults. And so they try to follow the learnt behavior that they have learnt from their adults. Let me tell you, learnt behavior that they have learnt from their adults. This has to be taken under quotation. Whatever they are going to do, it is a learnt behavior, learnt from their adults. This is very important. Take care. Now, next chapter, chapter number 2. When the explorers return, take care, Ralph summons the conch shell, Ralph blows the conch shell. Keep an eye on that also. It's going all fine? So Ralph, he blows the conch shell. He blows the conch shell. ठीक है, and summoning the boys for the another meeting, ठीक है, to organize for few other things which has been left in the first chapter. And what was these things? ठीक है, Jack, when he summons everyone, Jack reminds them that, well, we have found the pig, but I'm really sorry I couldn't able to grab it. ठीक है. Now on this, Ralph was furiated. He said, Baqaida he said to the group members, and Jack is also listening. And I guess this is the only wrong step which Ralph has taken in the whole novel. He said, whomsoever will be having the conch shell in their hand will have the right to speak. Others keep silence. You cannot interfere when I'm speaking. Now Jack was baffled. And the fire of eruption was laid by Ralph. Just Ralph was not there to present his ego over there, but rather he's just there to present the order within the boys, that they should go according to the disciplines, the learnt behavior that they have learnt from their elders. Right? Jack agrees. Okay, I will never, do this thing again. Now, Peggy, as I've told you, is a representative of pragmatism, representative of scientific thinking, realism. He yells. I mean, you people are thinking about all these bookish things, absolutely faltu things. Can't you see that we have been trapped in this island and we have to get out from this island? Nobody is bloody thinking about coming out of the island. Somebody is thinking about his leadership, other is thinking about that bloody pig, and rest are busy in playing and dancing around. I mean, if we will do all this stuff, then how will we come out from this particular place? We are trapped. Admit this. Okay? On this, the entire group becomes silent and scared. Now, on this, a particular a group of small boy was there also, 6 to 7 years. They were called littlins, right? Now, one of the boy said, I have seen a snake-like animal and I'm scared. It must be a beast or a monster. Now the whole group was, freaked with this idea that the monster must be prowling the whole island. Oh my God, we are in a dead zone within the Black Sea. We have no place to get out of it. And of course, the add-on feature is that monster will be taking care of us. Now the older boys say that, oh my God, this is just a vision. It's a nightmarish vision. It is nothing more than that. इससे ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं है. It's just a bloody vision. ठीक है? Now, thinking about the possibility of rescue, Ralph proposes that we should build a large distress signal. I hope you understand what is a distress signal. A fire has to be burned so that with the help of smoke, the sea, which is the ships which is crossing over there, will identify that there is some human being who has been strangled and they need support. Right? Got it? So, he says that there should be a distress signal which will indicate. Okay? Now, what happened next is that, excited by the thought, the boys rushed to the mountain to burn the distress signal, to burn the fire, and Piggy lagged behind. Piggy पीछे रह जाता है ना? And he yells again, what the stupid thing you are doing? This is not the way we should build a distress signal. Now, what happened next? The boys collected an amount of dead wood and they set a fire to it. And how did they set a fire to it? They used Piggy's lenses. Mota mota chashma pehna hua tha. Piggy's lenses to set a fire by the help of the sun. Okay? But the fire quickly dies down. Because the fire had carried very little weight, or it was burnt on a small amount of woods. Now Jack says that it is my responsibility, or rather Ralph says that it is your responsibility, Jack, that you should keep the fire burning. So in a very unorganized way, Jack has no idea how to keep the fire burning. So what he did, he put the whole jungle into fire. है ना? He burned the bloody jungle. जलता रहेगा तब तक. ठीक है? But not the jungle, but 4 or 5 trees were there together in a group, and he burned the whole bloody thing together, and the fire was blazing like anything. Now, इसके बाद क्या होता है कि Piggy was very enraged by this disorganized approach of Jack, and he says that remember that little boy who told about that snake? He says that because of your reckless attitude, that boy was playing within that tree and he's been burnt alive. He's been burnt alive. The boys were absolutely shocked. They were crestfallen and absolutely shocked. And Ralph is struck with shame. Now, the conflict between the instinct of civilization, the debate, the conflict between the civilization and the instinct of savagery emerges quickly within the group. And the first instant was when Ralph says to Jack, you should not speak. If it's your not term, you should not speak. Another instinct of savagery appeared when the young boy was turned to death. When you have seen a small children and a small child at your home, he is very calm, composed, and very, very polite, and in his working he is very calm and very composed. But you see, when 4 or 5 children are gathered together, he becomes absolutely savage. He becomes absolutely barbaric. होता है ना? So this is what is happening. They are not thinking about any rationales. They are absolutely not thinking about any kind of rationale. They are just going doom dum, जो होगा देखा जाएगा. All guns blazing. Now, Golding's presentation of the main characters in the Lord of the Fly presents the allegorical nature of those characters. Okay? Ralph, on one hand, these all characters stand for larger concept. Ralph, on the one hand, he stands for the civilization, morality, and leadership. Okay? Jack, the antagonist, Ralph stands for civilization, morality, and leadership. Jack, the antagonist, he stands for desire for power, selfishness, and immorality. Piggy represents the scientific, the intellectual aspect of civilization, and his glasses represents rationality, intellect. ठीक है? So let's get into chapter number 3. Now Jack was carrying a large stick with him. Trails a pig through a thick jungle. He trails a pig through thick jungle. Okay? But again it evades him. You know what is evading? धोखा देके आगे बढ़ जाना, इधर उधर जाना. But again it evades him. ठीक है? He irritated, he walks back to the beach, where he finds Ralph and Simon. ठीक है? And they were building hut for the littlins so that at night they will be getting a place to sleep in. And Ralph says to Jack that you are responsible for this bloody fire, the distress signal, and you are not taking care of that. This is not the way you should work. Okay? And he says that the plans that we make at the meeting, it's not been executed by you people, and this is very shameful to you. Okay? Now, he tells all the concern to Jack about the nightmares that the small boys are seeing. But Jack is not listening. He's just thinking about that bloody pig, how it evades him, and how he could, what are the technique that he could use to catch that pig and be successful and prove his point that I am worthless. Nahi hu main, I am worthless. I'm worthy of this thing. Okay? Now, Jack says to Ralph that we are not going to do this particular work, building huts and all, because we are busy. I'm a busy man. I'm busy in what? Busy in hunting. I and my group are busy in hunting. Okay? Now he says that if I'll be starting building huts, then the boys who's asking for meat and food, how will you going to fulfill their need? Anyways, they were quite hot debate was gone between Jack and Ralph, but still they wanted to calm this down, and so they went for a swimming in a lagoon, you know, a small piece of water between in an island. It's called lagoon. Okay. Now in the meantime, Simon wanders through the jungle. Okay. Simon wanders through the jungle. Okay. And he walks deeper into the jungle, and when he was going through the jungle, he saw littlins were jumping for what? Jumping to eat that particular fruit, which is quite in height, and he helped them up by plucking those fruit and giving it to them. Now he is naturally good. Okay? And his goodness can only be understood in the contrast of the other boys, when I'll be going to get into that in chapter number 4. Okay? Now he went into the deep wood and he found a glad. Okay? It's a thick jungle glade rather. You know, glade I have talked about in, I guess, some of the poem, I guess in Isle of Innisfree. Okay? Lake Isle of Innisfree. Okay? It's a thick, it's generally been surrounded by a thick jungle, and in between there is a small piece of open land, kind of a garden sort of thing. He went there and he sat down, and he was so obsessed with the beauty that he can see around him, a beauty which is not forever, which is not permanent. Okay? He saw birds, butterflies. He makes shows that he's alone, and then he sits down to take the scene into him, observe each and every bit of it. Okay? So in this particular chapter we have seen that the rift between Ralph and Jack is slightly getting wider, and on the other hand we have seen Simon as a person who is a nature lover, who loves beauty, who loves nature, who loves anything which has been given by God directly to us, and who is naturally a good person. So in the next chapter, next 3 chapter, we are going to divide this particular whole novel into 4 sets. Each set will which will be comprised of 3 chapters, and today we have completed 3 chapters. In the next class we are going to do the next 3 chapters. It's very interesting, so we'll see to it in the next class. Thank you.